This. None of us really know what was going on, but you have to look at a person's eyes. Their eyes will tell a true story, but a lot of us cover up with dancing, happiness, razzle dazzle. But what happens when the lights go off? Hey guys, welcome to Accountability on Demand podcast. It's your host, LaShawna West, your business therapist and mindset coach. And today we are doing Entrepreneur on the Rise. And I'm so excited to be here with my special guest, Marquita. Marquita, introduce yourself for the people.
Hey y'all. My name is Marquita Beyond. I'm a host of the Pink Link podcast and also a life coach from Jackson, Mississippi, Jackstown.
Period, poo. So here's the deal. Entrepreneur on the Rise is all about you. And the reason why I host this segment is because I want to know about the secret silent killers. What is that? It's the ones who are doing their thing, but nobody knows who they are. Maybe you don't have 20K followers. Maybe you don't have 100K followers on TikTok, but you're still making an impact. So tell me, what made you get into the line of work that you're in regards to hosting your own podcast and also being a life coach?
For me, it was purposeful. So I tried to fight against it and I'm good here making this money. But when you have a purpose, it's hard not to do what you're being called to do and that's on your heart to do. Mm-hmm. And so basically the things I do is to be able to inspire and uplift others from my experiences that I've encountered in life. So, why not just continue to make the impact no matter, like I was telling someone else, no matter who knows you right now, mm-hmm. what you do today can show up later for you. So you start making a name where you are with who you are and whose you are. So that's why.
Listen, she said, make a name and start where you are, who you are, and know whose you are. And I think so many entrepreneurs, we get sidetracked by the glitz, the glam, the highlights, the Dubai trips, all of the things, the Maseratis. When literally, when they turn off that live, is it even real?
Exactly.
Right? And the reason why I'm bringing this up, y'all, is because, there's so much going on in our lives. Parenting, entrepreneurship, building a business, 9 to 5, side hustler, mental health. It's so much going on that we don't need to add to the stress. What are your thoughts on that?
I feel the same way. And matter of fact, I had a conversation yesterday and, rest in peace to Twitch. Yeah. And someone was like, he had all of these things. I said, but at the end of the day, someone looking on the outside can judge what him having all those things and being famous and, the money or whatever. But mentally, it starts with what you have here, your mindset. You can have billions, and you if you're not here mentally capable and stable, then it doesn't matter. So that's why I do what I do, because I've had times when I wasn't where I should have been mentally. And right. I know the process it took to get here, and it's a daily process. And so that's why I do what I do. So.
Listen, I have 20 years mental health experience. I literally know exactly what you're talking about. And the thing with Twitch is this. None of us really know what was going on. Right. And I looked at social media and someone said he looked happy with all the dancing, but you have to look at a person's eyes. Their eyes will tell a true story. And so I went back and I looked and I'm like, again, we don't know what's going on, but a lot of us cover up with dancing, happiness, razzle dazzle. But what happens when the lights go off? And since we're on that topic, the suicide rate is very, very high with African-American men in regards to completion. And I think a lot of us struggle with asking for help. Whether it's, can you do the laundry today? Can you take the trash out? Can you pick up the kids? Can you be on my podcast? We don't want to ask for help. Where do you think that comes from?
Ego, pride.
Speak on it.
Pride, just feeling like, or maybe it also can come from being told no, maybe so much. I know at one point I found myself not wanting to ask for help, because if someone told you no so many times, you start staying stuck on the no's that you've gotten instead of releasing that and then opening yourself up to be able to be vulnerable enough to still ask for their help if you need their help. So I had to come back to a vulnerable place to start asking again myself. And that was because, I let the no's get me in my ego of, okay, well, you know what? If they didn't help me, I'm not going to be asking people for help. But that's not the way to go about it. Asking for help is liberating. It's freedom. It's power in being able to go to someone and being able to open up and just say, hey, I need help with this, and being okay with whether they say yes or no.
Most definitely. I tell my clients that asking for help is actually a strength.
Yes.
Because when we're vulnerable, that helps us to tap into something deeper that we've been compartmentalizing, right? And at the end of the day, it all goes down to childhood, period. Whether you're confident, whether you're not confident, whether you like asking for help or whether you're like, man, I'm not asking for help. Ain't nobody gonna help me. That all stems from childhood, and we drag the unresolved trauma into the current, and then we continue to have the problems. As a life coach, I'm sure you see this in and out with your clients. But the thing that I want to share with you guys today is a closed mouth don't get fed. Moment of silence. If you do not ask, you will not receive. No one knows what you need or what you're thinking, right? And it's funny because I'm a single parent and my daughter's 20 and I've been having some issues with her and I've been raising her by myself all my life. And so when I had this issue, I'm like, I'm not even going to tell her dad about it because I haven't ever had to ask for help. But it's funny, I'm asking for help now. But why are we reactive when it gets up here into crisis instead of doing it proactive? What is your thoughts on that?
Because then it's like, okay, last choice scenario, wits end. So, by any means necessary then. Yep. So, you go to the extent of, turning to directions you haven't before because you in a dire need and you need the help and the results no matter what at this point. Like, you cast away the ego at that time. And that's a great thing. You get to that vulnerable side and say, you know what, I can no longer do this on my own and I really need to seek out help outside of myself.
Yeah. So here's the deal. This is what I want us to kind of wrap up with. What if we were proactive with getting support, asking for help? And it's not always about, oh, I want to hurt myself. It could be as little as, I need help with my marketing. I need help with my social media. I need a coach. I need a trainer. What if we were to address that when it was small instead of when it got bigger? How would that shift things in our life for us, right? So I want us to spend a couple more minutes with literally, let's actually give action steps. When you're having a problem and you're aware of the problem, what should be the first thing that someone does? Let's just talk through this together.
I would say first, feel and write down, your pros and your cons of that situation, and start taking initiative to take steps, from just the list that you got, like I was just telling LaShawna, I'm dealing with some stuff. And so I'm like, okay, going internally, okay, and with this situation, I need to feel what I'm feeling. I need to be able to release that so I won't keep that same story and that vibration going because that's not going to fix the issue. That's just like complaining. Complaining doesn't solve anything. So, just start going within and internalizing so that you can go external to seek the help that you need to start, making the decisions and the choices and, getting a community if need be to help you get the solution you're looking for in the situation.
Most definitely. So what I'm hearing is become aware, brain dump all of the junk in your head, right? Get it out on paper. And I heard you say feel, and I'm going to say deal. That means moving through the work, even though it's hard. And that leads you to healing, right? So listen, there's definitely going to be a part 2 with this because Entrepreneur on the Rise are just quick snippets so you can meet other ambitious individuals and entrepreneurs in the ecosystem, but I'm definitely going to have you back. So let everybody know where they can find you at and what's up for you on the new horizon in this season.
Well, thank you once again for having me on. It's definitely been a pleasure to come on her platform and just discuss who I am and things that, can help share with you all and uplift you all. And so I'm at Marquita Vion on IG. I'm at the Pink Link Podcast on YouTube. And so it's just some amazing things. I'm steady doing speaking engagements next year, coming out with women of domestic violence and things like that.
Love it.
And also just hosting panels with men and women to just continue to spread the word and get the word out there to others.
Love it. So guys, if you're not following Accountability on Demand, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. And if anything resonated with you today and you want to book a complimentary clarity call with me, all you have to do is DM the word breakthrough on Instagram and you'll get a link so you can do that. Because at the end of the day, I am here to support individuals that struggle with mindset blocks, lack of clarity, and ultimately lack of courage. See you next time on Accountability on Demand podcast. Bye, guys. Let's have a word from our sponsor, Pop Up and Create, multi-purpose content creation studio located in Marietta, Georgia. Engage in all of your creative needs from podcasting, hosting events, photo shoots, networking, co-working, and more. Pop Up and Create. Hey guys, LaShauna West here, owner of Pop Up and Create. I'm so excited that you're tapping in to our multi-purpose content creation studio. At Pop Up and Create, it is a creative